happened? It's you. It's okay. Relax. Okay, Leo, chill. Leo, umefanya nini? What? No, we're not going anywhere. No, like. Why? But Leo, umekuja tu hapa sai. Hapana. No. Sit here, baba. Sit. So acha nikule surely. Niyo kamenyama. This cat is seriously full. This is too much already. Yeah. This is too much already. Wow, guys, let me pull my blanket because I need to feel a little bit warm. Just a little bit warm. You're playing here with Leo, and Leo is very, very stubborn. Very stubborn, in fact. Anakula. Sawa. Rains. Wow. What a blessing. I start my life and the rains are here. Today, mosquitoes are mosquitoing. Let's see how this live is going. It looks like I'll need a coat. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that these are the days that tunaenda kanazo shago. Because honestly, the whole thing is just too much for me already to handle. The whole thing is just too much for me to handle. Hizi ndio mvua yenye tunaenda kukaa nazo shago. We. Tamana kukaa kwa matanga na hii baridi yote. It's going to be tough. Hey, where's my glasses? Hey, old age is just something else. These are the rains that you're going to manage for the whole of this weekend in my village. Now, wow, for me. Let me do a video before I leave because it's going to be very hectic. Yeah. Pole kwa uchovu, Carol. Asante. Yeah. Hey, I travel every day. Go, come, go, come, go, come, go, come. And the rains are raining. But it will be over very soon. Hope everyone is okay. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for clicking in. Thank you for your likes, overwhelming comments, positive, negative, always welcome. And also some insults. This is a reaction channel. On this channel, we react. Reaction is reacting. It doesn't matter how. We are analyzing, we are reacting, we are criticizing, we are reacting, we are exposing, we are reacting. We are just exposing or expressing our opinion, we are reacting. Whichever way we are reacting, kindly accept it the way it comes, because here is just a reaction channel. It doesn't matter. If it's hurting you, it is okay. If it's not hurting you, it's okay. It's comedy, it's okay. Sometimes we laugh too much, sometimes we cry too much. It's reaction. It doesn't matter how we react. We react. Hey, this channel, we react too much. Anyway, I can see JT podcast in the house. Thank you so much. Island Girl Keisha is also in the house. Asanteni sana for coming through. Elaine Turner, women singing. A lot. What are you singing, Elaine Turner? Kerry George, I see over here. Asante sana for always coming through. I really appreciate big time. I can see Lady Next Door is also in the house. LC Ten Nkube is also in the house. Did you change your name, Nkube? Or this is a different Nkube? Okay. Like the video, guys. Like the video, like the video. The rain is coming. I can hear it from afar. I don't know if we'll manage doing this video, honestly. Lady G is also in the house. I need to make sure that my backup is working. Lady G is also in the house. Hans is also in the house. Hans, how are you doing? Welcome. Kuhu is also in the house. Hiyo baridi yenu ni ya umbu. Mimi hawesmake. Yeah. Imagine. Tunaenda kaa kwa matanga na baridi, my friend. Moringa tea. Asante sana for always coming through, guys. I really appreciate your love and support big time. I can see people are still coming. Elise Queen, ukisema old age niseme nini? Me and my fellow grandpa, let's get some moringa. JT, you are too young for that. Mary Mo, I see in the house. Hamida, you are there. Lois Liz is also in the house. I can see so many people. Exploiters in the new name of Ondari. Esh. I can see almost everyone in the house, and we know others are still coming in. My moderators are Santeni Sana, Elentana, I can see in the house. I know Lucy and Cecilia are on their way, coming through. Lady G, my OG in the house, Asante Sana. The lady in green, you look good in green. Tirhela Shivuri, how did I miss to get you or to see you here? Asante Sana, Tirhela, for always coming through. I really appreciate your love and support big time. I can see others are still coming in, but the ones who are sitting in the white tent, Asanteni Sana. My in-laws, I respect you. JT will be passing through to say hi to you and to serve you something, okay? Relax. The ones in the blue tea, Morara, Chuti, and the rest in the blue tent. Enjoy the show. Hey. And also some of my hearers that blocked me, who are also part of my keyboard reactors over here, but they blocked me or I blocked them. And also they like the show. They can't do without this show. You are also welcome. Take your seat because I know you by your names. Unfortunately. This world. This world is, those days when I used to travel, we used to say that this world is a small village. I couldn't imagine that I will sit on my chair in Bungoma like this and imagine how this world is a big world right now. Back then, the world was just a small village. When the visa is done, you just get air tickets and you'll be flying from one destination to another. Those were my days in my 20s. Hey, right now I'm sitting here feeling jealous because the girl in 20s, she's buying pieces of land. Hmm? Jealousness will kill me on this chair. Lucy, you are welcome. Jealousness is one thing that is going to kill me on this chair. I never traveled there. Now, the sad thing is that I was not on YouTube. I never knew anything about YouTube. I wish I knew. But long are those days. Now look at me, retired general, sitting on this chair, swinging like this in Bungoma. Feeling jealous, and people are writing me in the comments, reminding me how I have nothing and admiring a girl who is making it. I can't even imagine what they're talking about. Like, Lord. Me, A.M Qarol, I have nothing, admiring a girl who is buying land in the villages, in her own village as a reject. Hi. Rejects are the things that you take on the market and you bring them back. You go out there, you travel, you become a nobody, you come back. That's a reject. Ransford 50. Welcome. She's making the village burn up. Chai R. Eh? Those days when I used to travel, I never went back to buy land in my village or even in anyone's village. I would rather settle in a town, but no, at least not in a village. No, I don't want to be a reject. Jealous of a lady who is buying a land from Madranga. Exactly. I will never admire doing such a thing. In fact, if I remember my first piece of land, I bought it from someone who was going to build a church. You know, the down payment by then was 100,000 shillings, and then I paid the rest for the next 8 months, at least. And it's a town, not a village. Let me swing in my chair. Hey. I wish I could have been traveling and documenting my travels, but I don't need to prove a point anyway. I'll be happy sitting here in my own house that I build with my 2 hands without begging for donations on any platform. Leave YouTube alone because I was not even on YouTube by then. Okay? Hey, me, I'm admiring a girl. Keep talking and she's making moves. I haven't seen even a move to start with. What I'm seeing is rejection. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. I can see a girl who has been rejected by the world coming back home as a reject to look for the few pieces that have been left from the drunkards to settle. A girl who had nothing to call for herself. That's what I'm looking at right now. Kenyan living abroad, I see in the house. Welcome. NT is also in the house. Asante sana mwalimu wa Nairobi. Miss Optimistic, karibuni sana. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Fekere, I can see you have come here. Don't tell us to lamba Lolo because there is no Lolo to be lambwad. The Lolo was taken all over the world. It was lambwad over there. And now the Lolo is back in the village, laughing with each and every... I was almost calling butterflies, but let me call them flies. Like, whenever a fly passes, she's laughing. Whenever the fly comes back, she's laughing. Laughing with everything that crosses her. Ha 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 ha. That is the videos. That is the content actually of the day. Have you checked the ongoing premiere? busy laughing with her workers, calling herself boss lady. You are a boss lady and you are constructing a store, a mad store. Mad. I can't remember my first store. Was it mad? No, I think mine was made of iron sheets. If I remember, it was somewhere close here. You are busy laughing with your workers and you calling yourself boss lady. Boss ladies, we don't laugh with our workers. You come on site, serious, sura ya kazi, we call it over here. You're serious, you want things to be done. And when you're a boss lady, you know what should be done. No one directs you to tell you this and that. You have the idea in your head. You're not just doing things for the sake of, my brother will be doing. Oh, my brother, did you do? Oh, my brother. No. If you want to be a boss lady like Akote, she said that Akote was her role model. Guys, I don't want to talk about Akote. Akote calls herself a celebrity here in Kenya. She's our local public figure. Let me call her that way. Yeah, she has been through a lot. She once did a wedding with a Muzungu boy, only to go to her home and find out he was the poorest of the poorest. She divorced when she was still there. 1 month marriage. Guys, and that is the person that I've seen Mama Matt saying that she is my role model because she comes from Migori County, where I come from. Lady Akote, she has it all. She had children from 3 different fathers. Some of them are Bazungus from different countries. She has managed to, build a home, a very huge home. Not one, I think 2 or 3 homes that she's having, all from those Bazungus. And also, she was a musician at one point. I don't know what she is right now. Maybe an influencer or something. I really, really don't follow her that much because she's not my role model, though. She calls herself the president. The what? She calls herself what? The president of single mothers. That's what she calls herself. That is the Mwango's role model. And she has said it so many times, clearly. Don't tell your daughters to follow me because I have nothing to show. I have failed in over, I don't know how many marriages. I've had failed boyfriends. I've had everything. All I can show is just my property, my swimming pool, my garden, my house, and all that. But when it comes to relationships, don't tell your daughters to follow me. I have nothing to teach them. She has said it that so many times. But our girl is here telling us, yes, Fekere, yes, that's right. But now, our girl came out saying that this was her role model. And I was like, whoa, how many are you going to pack here? How many baby babas are you going to be showing us? Because from all I can see from Akote's, let me say, romantic lifestyle, it's a big mess. Completely big mess that I can't even explain. It's just something that you cannot even imagine that can be happening to someone. It's oh my goodness, don't even talk about it. I saw the wedding, I said, wow, why is this thing over exaggerated? They went to honeymoon in Greece. How do you call that place in Greece where honeymooners go? Everything from her pocket. Everything from her pocket. When she went to the boy's family, the boy had zero. The girl had to come back in Kenya and start healing. Healing process. Hey, I sat down, I said, wonders shall never end. Eh? Eh? So Mama Mat says that this is my role model. And as Chai R is saying here, let me pin this comment. Let me pin this comment. As Chai R is saying that she failed because she abandoned Mat, but Akode raised her kids well. Yeah, I'm even surprised how Mat has been abandoned in I don't know where. And she's learning from someone who is taking care of her children, right? Eh? I have a problem. I don't have a problem with Akote because definitely she is a very successful single mom. That is why she calls herself the president of the single mothers. She is still the president of all single mothers in Kenya. I can tell you that for free. She is. And people like her. She's a very hardworking woman. She has taken her children. Her children have gone to schools that even some of us could not afford, you know? I'm proud of her as a single mother. But the issue of picking Mzungu boys, and I think that is the corner where Mwango now comes in because she feels like she wants to do things the way Akote did things. She hasn't learned from the mistakes that this lady went through, you know? Mm? So many times Akote has said she's not anybody's role model, but Mama Mat has decided to pin it on her that Akote is my role model. Let us see how many baby babas will be coming through. I don't have a problem with baby babas and baby mamas. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just here to watch and observe and give my own opinion. That's what it is. It's been a very sad day in Kenya for the last, I don't know, a few days, I think. Kenya and Tanzania are fighting, and the fight is becoming fire, fire, and fire. I'm watching some very disturbing news on social media. Hmm. Hmm. Ay, 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 ay. It's just something else. Yes, if Akote is a rich woman, but she never grabbed any land from any poor person. We can't really tell because we were not there when Akote was buying her land, so we don't know. Do we have any Tanzanian in the house? Do you have any Tanzanian in the house? I have some personal issues. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do have very personal issues. Like, me, I can't. What I've seen on social media, I'd rather stay away from those people. And I will ask them also to stay away from me. Because if this is how they treat our people, then I'm sorry. I can't take it. I can't take it. Hey, it's not really like really, really personal, but the news are out here. I can't take it. Okay. Let me go back to Mama Mat. Tanzania news has taken over my head. Mama Mat is sitting or standing near her mud house, mud store, or whatever they call that. I saw Mayugno, Gitriba, when they started building their houses, they started with their stores on where to put their materials when they're constructing their houses. I never see those guys doing mud houses as a store. Maybe it is Murasenso's homestead that has a mud house as a store. So that's why he advised her to get a mud house because anyway, he's the one who's doing it, isn't it? The mud house, which is very, very unsuitable for building materials. You can't tell me that in that area where the place is isolated, in the almost in the middle of those farms, you can build a house, call it a store, and you bring in building materials, right? You bring in building materials, and you leave those building materials with a drunkard who sold the land to them, who I think they took in as a security guard at the same time. And it's a madhouse, for God's sake. It's very easy for those things to be like to be stolen, or someone can break in from even the walls. Madhouses, you just break it, you're in. You don't even need to go to the door. They're making a madhouse, and they say, "Oh, we are going to put a strong door." In my whole construction experiences, I have never made a madhouse myself. I'm sorry. As much as they think that I'm the one who's jealous of the madhouses, I have never. I have never. Standing there in front of those people who are doing the madhouses, asking them if they are married or not. See, they have taken the passport bro attitude and behavior from the streets of those international towns and cities where they've been traveling. They've brought it in the village. Now they want to do Tinder on the village, in the village. They are Tindering in the village, guys. They are Tindering in the village now. Live on the camera. Are you married? Would you love to get this woman? Would you want to get that woman? That is the video that has been premiering just a few minutes. I don't know if it's still going on at Mama Mat's place. She's asking each and every man over there how they would like to be married or marry. Unfortunately, most of those guys that are working for her and she's laughing about it, they all want to be married by old women from abroad, because they know that they're on the camera, and they know that this family, they usually bring in bazungus. So those boys are out there marketing themselves. Eh? Them boys are marketing themselves on the Mwango's camera. They want to be kept well by Muzungu women. And I'm looking at the whole thing, I'm like, seize, passport seize. Why can't you leave these boys to just do their work and be the boss lady that you want to be? Or is that madhouse going to be a brothel or something? Because the villa has been a brothel for a very long time. We have seen many things happening from that villa. Is this also mad thing that is going also to become a brothel or what? Because the information that you're always putting out there, it should be powerful enough to change someone. That is why we do videos. We are always doing videos to bring change, to bring awareness, or whatever it is. So when you come out with silly content, you're laughing and telling people how they would love to be married, men to be married by women, old women, and you're doing it on the video and you're busy laughing about it. What kind of content are you trying to portray out there? You are talking to your audience. What kind of respect that you're trying to pull out there with your camera? You are talking to these poor village guys that they've come to, to look for something to eat. Because guys, with this construction, honestly, these guys, I wish I could do something about it, but I can't. The money that they pay these people, they're just peanuts. It's just peanuts, especially the ones that they're called helpers. they come to help. Here we call them watu wa mkono or mtu wa mkono. That is if it's one, plural and single, right? Mtu wa mkono, they usually paid 300 shillings. And in this town, what about in the villages? Maybe mtu wa mkono is paid 200 shillings per day, per whole day. So you can imagine, if it's a mason, in the villages, they pay masons 500 shillings per day. In towns like here, we pay masons 700 shillings per day. So you can imagine, people have come to toil all day, and you're standing in front of them with a camera, asking them if they would like to be married by old women. Some things, they really irritate, isn't it? They really, really irritate. And that is the content that this girl is trying to pull out there. Asking those people out there and laughing like, I can't. I can't even bring it here. Busy marketing. You see the things they do, and then they say, oh, reactors, they like twisting our words and putting it in their narratives. Why are you telling young boys instead of encouraging them? And you're calling yourself a boss lady, laughing with your workers. When did boss ladies start laughing? Like, I can never imagine one day I've ever start laughing or storytelling with my workers. In fact, when I come in, when they're talking, they shut up. Me, when I walk in, everyone will be working. When I ask questions, they'll be answering. You have to be the boss lady that you have to be. Why was this done like this? I did not instruct like this. They need to explain to me. You know, it's not like you're being dictating, but you are the boss lady and you are in charge. And you understand what you want. And you want your things to be done the way you want them to be done. Not laughing. You know? It doesn't matter if she's laughing at them or with them. Laughing is just very irritating. Because how are they going even to respect you as their boss when you're busy laughing on the camera all the time, 24/7? You're sitting in front of the people who are working for you. They're working and you don't know even what they're doing. At a boss lady. Hi. People, we have seen things. When you see us calling ourselves retired generals, we never retired just because we retired. We retired with experience. Hey, we retired with experience. When we get on the construction site, I can show you the things that you have never been shown myself. Just experience. We coordinate. We know what we want, when to bring, how to keep them, all these things, all the tools. How can you put tools, cement in that wet store? And a drunkard is the one that is securing the whole area. That is now the funny part. Hey, unfortunately, the drunkard. I had someone asking about Mogesi. What is it with Mogesi? For people who talk to Mogesi, kindly tell Mogesi he should take care of himself because it looks like his days are numbered. Mogesi. How many times did I call you? The only thing you have to do, bro, stop drinking. Number one, you need to be sober enough. The attacking is just too much. Even us here, we can't deal with it. Remember, there's nothing we can do about this village. This village is destroyed beyond control. There's nothing we can do about this. So sometimes it's good also to listen to people's opinion. Stop drinking. Just stop it. You're too young for that. See the attacks left, right, and center. What will be next? if they find you. Bro, hey, stop drinking. Just stop it. You still have a long way to go. You're too young. Hey, bro. And also, you have already said that you are looking forward to, you know, to return your land that was taken by the Moras. I think what you've said is enough. Stop repeating it more than 100 times. It's like you're throwing arrows all over the place. Those arrows, they'll come back. If you really know that you're working so hard, saving money to return that land, do it, but stop talking too much. Because the talking is threatening them. And now you can see how your life is being targeted. All those words that you've said, they wanted to pull your channel down for those videos to disappear, for that evidence to disappear. They've tried everything. You've been at, hey, this boy. Stop drinking. I think it should be just as simple as that. One day you will remember, oh, one day I had a sister from Bungoma. She advised me, I did not listen. It's not good for a young man like you with this all shenanigans around you. Okay? You don't need to. If you're really, really, really working so much, just try it like in other ways, but stop also talking about it because it's a very big threat to them. So you have to be walking in the village with the head over your shoulders. Who is after me? Who is after me? It's not good for your health. That's one thing that I can tell you, because honestly, even as you had said before, the guys, that Mr. Pangaman is the one that supplies all this sugar cane that is preparing this illegal liquor in the village. And I also saw it from Nairobi teacher trying to explain in a very clear way that I couldn't or I can't, that this is how people oppress people, or this is how people intimidate people, or it's a way of maybe like covering them or something. I don't know how to explain that. Nairobi teacher did it very well. You know, he's a teacher. I'm not. I'm not. That is why me, I don't know English. I don't know. I don't know any English. Nairobi teacher said it very well. For someone to suppress fellow people or the community or wherever he lives, he needs to make sure that these people are done what? Hey, English, where have you gone? For example, he knows that this is a very big weakness that is in Nyabohanse. These men in Nyabohanse, they like drinking illegal liquor. And where he comes from, maybe they don't drink this. So for him to be getting anything he wants, he has to make sure that people have to be drunk. And also for him to contribute in their drunkenness, he has to prepare to be planting sugarcane, a lot of it, in that village, so that these people who are preparing this illegal liquor will never suffer going somewhere else to look for the sugarcane. He's the main supplier for the liquor. You understand? I mean, for the sugarcane that prepares the liquor. So he's contributing in. Forget about the pastor part. Forget about him being the pastor. Okay? Forget about him being the pastor. He is contributing in a big way just to make sure that these people in the village, they're getting enough. They're getting enough because people need to be drunkard so that he can achieve his goals. He can manipulate them. You know, He can suppress them. He can use them. And that is why we see them behaving like this. But he has been trying this with Gintu, but it has never worked. And that is why I'm telling the other boy to be very, very, very sober. Because you saw what happened with Gintu when he brought those policemen. The young man fought those policemen. What did he do? He took an eye. What was it? Teeth or eyes or an ear or whatever he took. He passed with them. Eh? Being sober is very, very important, especially when you're dealing with such people. Because the moment you start staggering like this, they pass with you. They'll manipulate you. Just, Marwa said, just some small manipulation and you're gone. That is Marwa who said that. Me, not. I'm not the one who said it. The man is supplying sugarcane like something else. Maybe they're even brewing it inside the sugarcane farm because that is what people do. Yeah? So he has always made sure that the people around him, they're always drunk. He will go around walking with his panga, making sure that everyone is okay. You don't have sugarcane. Why? I have sugarcane. Come and take sugarcane. You people, you don't have liquor. Why? Everyone should be gagaring. Everyone should be gagaring. And that is now why we are coming to today's topic, actually. Let me open my comment section because I'm really not seeing so well. I'm trying. Oh, Mama Mat is still premiering. We're coming back to today's topic. Today's topic, the shocking fight. Mwango's village land, was it a willing seller situation? Was it a willing seller situation? Now, that is where we are coming from. The girl looks around. She looks back in her pocket. She doesn't have enough money to buy a piece of land. It's just as simple as that. Because guys, buying land also is not an easy thing. I know most of you have done that, right? Yeah. Is it easy? No, it's not. But we have people back in here like Mama Mat. They want easy things. Leo, Talia, habibi. Talia. Guys, I wish you could see how Leo is sleeping like a baby. Talia, habibi, Talia. Talia, abuju. Talia, habibi, kuja ulali hapa. Lala hapa. Talia, abuju. My habuju sleeping here. Okay? Sleep here, baba. Takufunika na blanket yangu. Hey, lala hapa, baba. Sleep here. You're comfortable. Yeah. This father gave her the first part of the land and she stole the other part. So Leo don't know English. Sometimes we speak Arabic with Leo. By the way, he loves me pampering him in Arabic language more than any other. Like any other language. Ya habibi means my love. Okay? Ya habibi. Ya helwa. Ya khati, ya khaliti. Ya habuj. Leo is my abuju. Where were we, guys? Forget about Leo. Leo is becoming a grandfather nowadays. Yeah, so I was telling you guys that This girl has looked around and she found that she doesn't have enough money in her pocket. She just doesn't have the money. It's just as simple as that. Okay. We have known that from the time the bank, her bank account was cracked and 7,000 US dollars was picked from it. So since that day, we've been just struggling. We've been struggling, guys. We've been struggling. Edwin Jones, hey, you are here. And dancing. I can see V. Qarol. Welcome, welcome all. You know? So the girl goes around, goes to Mombasa, try to fake life. Life is not faking. Faking is not faking. Faking is not faking. And she decides, let me go back in the village and buy a motorbike for a drunkard and add him some pocket money and khalas. Khalas, we are finished. Leo knows Arabic. He needs to live in Dubai. I teach him Dubai language myself. Yeah. 8 years away, it was not an easy one. It's not easy for me to fix my language very fast. If you've known me as a close person, you will notice that I don't speak one language. I mix all languages together. Everything together, English, Swahili, Arabic, everything. And I also speak two different types of Arabic. I speak the African Arabic that we speak back in Egypt, Morocco, and these other parts here in North Africa. We speak actually from Sudan, Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, and all those parts up there. We speak different type of that's now our African Arabic that Africans know. Even in our mosques, they teach that kind of Arabic. Mosques, yani, the Muslims that usually go to learn Arabic and Quran, we learn our African Arabic. If you have never known that, you should know today. That is the kind of Arabic we speak back here, because you have to remember that Arabic language is one of the international languages that people speak in the world. Okay, so at least you should know some part of it, English part of it. I think you should know more Arabic than French or more Arabic than Spanish. For those who learn languages, I think you can agree with me. Yeah. Who is totally agreeing with me? No one is agreeing with me. Okay. African Arabic, I learned something new today. Yeah, we have African Arabic, and then we have the Middle East Arabic. Maybe I can show you the example. Can I show you an example before we go back to the village? Because the village is just something else. Ish Habibi. Ya Rabbi. He's gone. He is gone. Okay. In African Arabic, I will just give you a simple phrase. In African Arabic, when you're speaking to someone and that person is agreeing with you, he will say like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. In African Arabic, we say mesh, mesh, mesh. That is yeah, you know, like you're in the middle of a story, right? And you're talking to someone is like, mesh, 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 you know. But if you go to the Middle East Arabic, like the Saudis, the Qatars, all that those other ones, when instead of saying mesh, you will say aywa, aywa, aywa. Okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's one thing. At least you have learned something today. Tomorrow I will teach you something else about Arabic. I'm a very good speaker when it comes to that. But now the problem is that I mix both all together. It depends who I'm speaking with. If I'm speaking with an African Arab person, they don't need to be an Arab per se, but most Muslims here, they speak Arabic, okay? So if I'm speaking to a Muslim guy, I'll speak that kind of Arabic language. But when I'm speaking to a Muslim guy from Middle East, I'll speak a different type of Arabic. We mix. Have you learned something? Can we go back to the village? I know people like village stories. Yeah. And also, someone told me that, Caro, I don't have any Ugandan accent. Who told you I don't have any Ugandan accent? I perfected my English in Uganda. I perfected my English in Uganda. Kasese, to be precise. Okay, so leave me alone. In my village, English is never spoken. In Kenya, Nairobi, we speak something else, not English. We speak Swahili, but not Swahili. How do you call that slang kind of language in Nairobi? Most of these towns we speak slang language. It's slang something something. Because back in Kakamega, we have our own slang. Back in Bungoma, they have their own slang. It's more Bukusu mixed with English and Swahili together. You understand? In Kakamega, it's a different thing. I can't. Maybe Lucy can tell you about Kakamega slang. That one is, hey, umeniambieko nimeendako wapi, those kind of things. And that's not even Swahili to start with, but it's Swahili at the same time. I don't know how to call it. It's just a slang by itself. In Nairobi, there's a very, very different slang right now that I'm not even catching up with. Very different slang from our own slang that we used to have those days. So in Kenya, actually, I don't even know the kind of languages that we speak. In Kenya, I'm so much into slang kind of languages. But when it came to speaking real English, I had to learn it back in Uganda. So that's why most of the time, I find myself into that Ugandan. Like when I want to say clothes, I'll say clothes. Bring those clothes for me. Vambi. Vambi, what is it? Maureen, where are you? My sister from Uganda. I can see you in the house. Hey, I don't want to talk about Tanzania. Now, the people who live on the border of Tanzania and Uganda and Kenya, they know better. Now, we are going back to the seller of the land, guys. After Mr. Pangaman had decided to suppress these people, making sure that he's selling them enough sugarcane to prepare the liquor, they are drunk with everything. Now they approach them. The people, they start making decisions when they're drunk. Hey man, I was asking you, why can't you sell me that land? My daughter needs that one. He will buy you a motorbike. What about that? Don't you need a motorbike and a smartphone? Don't you need some shoes? See, you're walking down there like this. You will have some shoes, motorbike, and a smartphone. In fact, even they will give you some pocket money to go and drink more. What about that? This is Mr. Pangaman campaigning inside, behind the doors, with the people that he has helped to get drunk very well. They are making these decisions when they're not themselves. And that is how it is. Exactly how it is back there. Because you can see how this, we called Murimi, right? Is it Murimi guy? How it all happened. That even Ernesto said it. I was checking on Gintu. I was surprised to hear so many things that, yes, it is his piece of land, according to him, that his father had already gave him. But what is it that he is left with? Nothing. Did the parents also come to support? The mother was not there to come and support. She was not one of the witnesses who wrote down their signatures. And you're talking about witnesses that the father is said to have been the witness. You know, witnesses, they're paid. That is very true. That's not something to lie about, because I also paid my witnesses, apart from the close people who are close to me and told me I don't need to sign for you to pay me, because when I will get my own piece of land, you will also come to be my witness. So, but others that you get along, they all are paid. For you to get their signature, their ID numbers, and their personal information to be written down, you have to pay them. And so who was paying? The buyers or the sellers? In this case. the buyers. There's money from the Ondaris. Let us go and sign and get the money. When we get the money, definitely we will go and buy some liquor and drink. Are they making sober decisions? That is the question of the day. Are they making sober decisions? We are talking about the issues of lands, which are very, very sensitive, especially to me. I take it very, very seriously. Very seriously. I take it very seriously because I don't want to be personal. I don't want to be very personal with these things, but I'm taking it very seriously because when I started collecting my own, I think I've collected three different parts from the same person who is said to be paying his children high school and college education. But he's a very sober-minded guy. You know, you can't just go and tell him, I want this, I want that. No, he'll be the one approaching you. Like, last time you paid me so well. I mean, I have another part. Can you take it? Can you be paying this for this duration? You know, that's my landlord for you. There's another very fatty space that I really wanted, and I still want it until today. And he's not selling it to me, you know. And I told him, if you change your mind, kindly let me be the first person. But he said, no, I'm not selling that one. And it's a very, very nice space, you know. So that means that you are dealing with what? You are dealing with someone who knows what he's doing. You cannot convince him that, you know, Baba, you know, I've seen that space. Why can't you sell me that one? In fact, the first one I took from him, he gave me a very weird space. He thought that he had given me a very bad part of the land, but I just appreciated it and I made it to be a better place anyway, later on. You know, I was like, why can't you give me from this other side? Why are you giving me from this other side? He told me and my family, we have decided we are selling the other side. And that is where I'm going to sell it to you. I was like, hey, really? You know? And he was like, yeah, me and my wife, we have decided we are selling like this. Hey, what about the other fat space? He was like, no, I'm not selling it. Yeah. I approached him like 2 or maybe 1 or 2 months ago. I told him, Baba, are you selling more land? Can I add more here? He said, no, you're not adding more land. It's not like I have more than enough that I've been adding, but it's because he has made his choices. He knows what he wants. He knows when he wants to sell, and he knows, you know, he knows when he wants to sell and why he wants to sell. You cannot just walk in and you say, sell me this one, you know, what do you want? You want this? You want that? Can I give you that? It doesn't work like that. And in fact, he's the one who came to even convince me to exchange some pieces of land with him. He told me, why can't you give me the other land that is on the other side of Siritanyi and I give you this one? And also me, I refused. I said no. The land in Siritanyi is more expensive than this one because the other one is close to the hospital, close to the church, and also close to the school, and also it has Kenya power posts landed into it. But this one has no. So in case I want to rebuild this one, I'll have to bring in a lot, you know, to develop the place. But the other one from there, it's already developed. So I can't do that. You know, he was also convincing me, trying to manipulate me. My own landlord, he has been trying me. Qarol, let us exchange. Give me the other one. I give you this one. I was like, no, the other one is developed. Yours is not developed. So we talk like, so what does that mean, guys? It means something like a piece of land, you need to understand the value of it before you sit down and decide when and how and why you are giving it out. You don't just give it out because you are there to give it out. You have to have a sober mind when making such decisions so that you don't regret doing it. You understand? Because, yes, exactly, Lady G. Like, in fact, I don't think they get sober in any way. Before they get sober, they're drinking again. And also, if you check in all their videos where this Morimi guy has appeared, he's always drunk in there, you know? They're busy drinking, I'm telling you. Hello, Mogesi, pray for your dear God. No, Mogesi should not pray for a dear God for divine whatever. Mogesi should stop drinking. Mogesi should stop drinking. With prayers or without prayers, this young man should stop drinking. Because all these things that we are looking at is all because of the drinking. And definitely in the village, guys, there's no expensive liquor. If you remember the liquor that once upon a day, Max One was telling us that people died because the liquor was made with some funny chemicals to make it become sweet. Is it sweet or bitter or to mature very fast? They put in some funny tablets and some funny chemicals, some mortuary chemicals, you know, they mix in there. So sometimes they put a large portion that exceeds the whatever. And then before you know it, people will be drinking it and going blind and others dying. And that kind of liquor is very, very cheap because they use shortcuts. They don't make it in a natural way, in a way that it must mature. Maybe liquor might take like a month to mature. And these ones, they only want to take 3 days for the liquor to mature. When did you hear that liquor matures in 3 days? They use ethanol. It's called ethanol, isn't it? Yeah. They pour a lot of it in it. So these guys, they'll be running around. Liquor 3 days matured. Even these whiskeys, expensive whiskeys and everything, they take years to mature, you know? So they usually run around taking all these liquors, cheap liquors. They fall down with their motorbikes. They look like mongoose and all those things. You check their faces, they're so full of scars. The champ is here. They're drinking gasoline. It's even more than gasoline. That thing is burning their whole system, digestive system. The whole thing is burning the throat, burning the intestines. They're burning everything, including the caca and everything. It's just a mess. It's a very big mess. The supply of sugarcane, Mr. Pangaman. The supplier of sugarcane, Mr. Pangaman. Look at Murimi now behaving like a madman. When he gets drunk, he starts behaving like a madman. You know why he's behaving like a madman? That ethanol thing that they usually, those acids that they, embalming acid, right? Kuhu says transformer oil. Oh my goodness, I can't stand this. You know, the transformer oil, embalming acid, ethanol, and all those things they mix in there, they make them become a bit mad. The kind of drunkenness, you see how he was behaving in my video that I was showing you the other day. The man is behaving like he's dying, like he's he's in the mortuary himself, you know? It's very sad to see that this is happening in this year, 2025, just because, oh, we are in the village, guys. How sad. How sad. Hey. So the question still remains, guys. Was it a case of willing buyer and a willing seller? Because in the comment section, people have been running with that statement. And I'm so surprised. I'm very, very surprised when people are writing, what do you mean? It was a case of a buying seller and a willing buying willing seller and a willing buyer. Was the willing buyer having enough money? Problems. Was the willing buyer having enough money to buy a proper piece of land? She was not having the money. Because if she was having the money, like Mayugno and the rest, they wouldn't have been building the mad house as a store. You can also learn from them. Hello, what is that store? How can you put over 50 bags of cement in a mad house and you expect it to be safe in the middle of nowhere? In the middle of nowhere, guys. And the guy who is giving the security to that space is a drunkard. Like, guys, the things I see in this village, they make me wonder if we are still living here or we are still in the Stone Age. Honestly, forget about a case of a willing buyer and a willing seller. Yes, the chief was there, whoever was there. That one does not change the fact that this guy was not and is not, and he will never be a willing seller to that piece of land, according to what they're showing us here in their videos. We don't ask them to be showing videos. They do show us a lot of videos. Now, there was another one that was fighting on with the avocado tree. Guys, just allow me to talk because I know you have watched a lot. You yourself, you are reactors more than me. Eh? They are trying to set him up to force whatever land he had left when they accuse him of theft. I remember when they accused him of theft. And the only thing they told him is like, if you want to be our friend, sell us the piece of land. If not, you and your family. Hey. If I check around most of these sellers, we've not had a case where these people have been sober people, like making these decisions. Even Baba Ant's brother that sold another piece of land over there that Mura used to make videos with, and we reacted on it a lot. It was bad. And he was like, we are live, we are buying piece of land live. Eh. And then when he got to the site, people started fighting. These people have shown us a lot, guys. Thank God we've done all those reaction videos back then. You know, people started fighting. People fought. People fought. Eh? He had to stop the live. He had to stop the live. Was going to buy a piece of land live on camera. What? Eh? When he got on the site, people were drunk. People started fighting. And there's this sentence of people fighting at the site I've never understood, because even me at some point, people fought on my site. Yeah, but they were not drunk. People just fought on the site because the plot I bought, someone bought it from his uncle. And he cut a piece of it and pulled it aside and sold me the rest of the piece. So when I brought in my surveyors told him, give Qarol her piece that you have taken. And that man refused. So they asked, who is the real owner of this land? The real owner came. Now the real owner also told this man, give Qarol the rest of her piece of land. And the man started fighting the real owner. Hey, and the video is here on my channel. By the way, the video is here on my channel. I posted it here. It's only because people don't watch my old videos. I posted everything here. So the other guy is fighting the main guy. And my surveyor was on the site. I was on the site. My people were on the site. You know what happened? My surveyor told them, listen, we did not come here to fight. Let's meet in court. It was just as simple as that. Let's meet in court. The moment that guy heard that we are going to meet in court, he said, no, Qarol, come back. Qarol, I have nothing against you. Qarol, come back. Qarol, take this. This is your land. Oh, sorry. It's all here on this channel, by the way. The video is still standing. I don't know, the name of the video was How Construction Measurements Are Done, something like that. We were actually trying to confirm the measurements of the farm with my surveyor. Drama. These people are very dramatic when it comes to surveying pieces of lands and making sure things are done right. As for the avocado tree guy, so in yesterday's video, from Mama Mat's video, they were talking with Mura, the brother, and Mura said, you know what I did to that guy? I just gave him 2,000 shillings, and he kept quiet. You know, these people, they're looking for drama so that we can give them money. That is what exactly Mura said to Mwango on her video. That avocado guy, I have settled that case. Don't worry. I gave him 2,000 shillings. All they wanted was just money to create drama. I was like, wow. So it's all about manipulating people. You just come, pick anyone's person. If they say something, take money, go and drink liquor. It's enough for your liquor. I've said it and I will repeat it. And Janet Agard is in the house and she will be listening to me because she doesn't have any other thing to do. She's sitting here listening to me. I can tell you for free. Janet, your boss, did not have money to buy a piece of land. If she had money to buy a piece of land, she would have bought it in Mombasa. Do you understand, Janet? Eh? Come and tell your boss, Mama Mat herself. I said that I dare her to pick her money, cash money, and go and buy a piece of land in a town. Even if it's a town in Migori County. Tell her that is how crazy I am. And I'm telling you, Janet, that's how crazy I am. If you think I'm crazy, I'm very crazy. Not more like you. A crazy woman sitting there watching me and calling me crazy. Why are you watching crazy people when you are okay in your head, Janet? You, with your clear head, watching a crazy person. Go and ask her. I've said I'm daring her to pick her money, go and start constructing in a town, just as I did. Not in the village. Tell her I said that she's a reject. A reject is something that has gone around. People have used it and it's back with nothing to give even in the society. She's a reject that has come back in the village with nothing than a motorbike to give a drunkard for a piece of land. Tell her I've said it, Janet. Sit there and listen to me very well. Get all the points in your head. You hear me? Get all these points in your head. She was in Mombasa lying to you people that she has bought a piece of land and she had a piece of paper in her hands telling you that she has gotten a piece, a title deed. In 3 days, this is Kenya, 2025. You are getting a piece of land and getting a title deed in 3 days. And you're sitting here telling me, I'm the one who is crazy. Crazy more than this fake scammer that is scamming people like you. I think you're even more than crazy yourself. Janet, go and tell your boss I have sent you. I have told you. I dare her to get a piece of land in a town. Migori town is just there. People are buying. I have family members in Migori. They've bought pieces of lands in town. They've constructed in town. And they're not even getting anything, doing anything on YouTube. Uh-huh. Then you, mom, some of you people will be sitting there telling me, you keep talking and they're winning. You haven't even known something called winning in your life. Winning, like for real, winning. Guys, on the ground, things are very different from what you think. Me swinging with my chair like this, you have no idea. Go to hell. You can go to hell for all I care. Where's the BMW? Maybe it's been sold. Who knows? Mombasa, it has so many buyers and sellers. Willing buyers and sellers, not drunkards. Now, I had a story about David Jr.'s issue with Matiko as well. I don't know if Matiko is out of Nairobi and the things that are happening in there. I had it from, who is this? Mr. Kohera himself saying that the status of the child that was left, Matiko's child that was left, it is so inhuman, guys. It is so inhuman that when Matiko's wife left, there was a child that was not hers. She left with her children and she left the other child alone. When this woman was married to Matiko, she was taking care of all the children. Matiko's child and her children that she had with Matiko. But when David Jr. stood in between this family, this woman abandoned the other child. Remember, those children are siblings. She abandoned this child and left this child with old parents and flee to the border town with David Jr. Only after a few months, we are seeing this woman pregnant with David Jr. David Jr. decided to take this man to what you call what? How do you call it? Me, I call it mental institution because honestly, I don't want to give too much information about this. I've seen these documentaries, even from CNN, about how these people are treated over there. It's not something that I would really love my family member to go to. And remember, they're not cheap ones though. But David Jr. could at least try to manage to pay for those rehabs to take this man there so that he could manage to get the woman to do the noodles business that they were doing with that man from Norway. After doing all those noodle videos and noodles businesses, the woman became pregnant. For who exactly? Only David Jr. knows. And according to what I heard, that baby, the boy, I think it's a boy, right? He's suffering. Matiko's child is suffering big time, living with those old chaps that are really trying to manage their own lives. The way I listened to Kohera explaining that, it really broke me down. Did you guys say that it was Ginto who went to buy a bed or something for the boy because he was sleeping on the floor with nothing to cover himself? That is the situation. Someone comes in your home and they carry your father, take to a rehab. They carry your stepmother and they go and marry her. And the stepmother will carry all her clothings and the beddings and leave that child with nothing. This is how cruel Matiko's wife could get with David Jr. This is what they did to that child, Matiko's child. Diane has refused that one is not David Jr.'s pregnancy. It should be someone else's pregnancy. Pointing her fingers at her Lobenia. Eh? David, just because, guys, am I left behind or where am I? Kenya living abroad, David, just because his dad steal another woman. They are all women stealers. Women stealers everywhere. This is how inhuman Davy and this woman could get. He follows the woman to the border town, start paying for her rent, buying her the beddings, making her comfortable, and Matiko's child has been left behind suffering. If it was like something that was very genuine, he would have told her, this is also your husband's child. And since we are helping your husband and you are getting all the donations, also take care of this one among these other children, because they are siblings. These are their brothers and sisters. Why did David Jr. go to break this family in pieces like this? That is one question that I've always asked myself so many times. How sad. As Daisy's breaking the family, making the children to suffer, he has never gone back to tell people, guys, this is where these people left. And there's a child that was left here. Nothing. He's always following the woman over there at the border town. Telling people her problems. And Matiko's child is suffering back in the village. And their father is busy banditring in the village. The man has become a bandit. Someone said that this man has brought banditry in the village. If you refuse and stay sober like Alex, he will beat you. Because Alex, you also need to be drinking. We need to manipulate you so that you stop talking and telling people how Marwad never paid you. Gintu also, there's nothing they can do to stop him. Now they're targeting Mogesi because Mogesi is always cornering in the liquor stores almost all over the place. They can get him when he's drunk on the motorbike. They can go and vandalize his shop. He's not thinking straight. Mr. Mogesi, I've told you one thing. Let me tell you, brother. Stop drinking. Make it as simple as that. This is what they will finish you. Hey. Or continue drinking and become stupid and you start playing their game. Because you can't tell me that you are drinking, you come back in the morning, you are with your face like this. My people, I can tell you, you're drunk, your face is swollen, you're doing videos, you don't know what you're saying, and you're saying what you said yesterday, and you're mixing they will finish you. See Moges when he wakes up in the morning with his hangover to start doing videos. Bro, stop drinking, honestly. You can't. What you said yesterday, you are repeating, you're still saying, hey, I will go for my piece. When will you go for your piece of land? You're threatening people. When you're busy drinking. They will break you down. You have to be sober and very steady to understand your business, how you do your business, always be there. Before you know it, hey, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. You are never even at your work of place. Bro, pull up your socks. Honestly, stop that. Anyway, guys, it should be the end of my video today because tomorrow I might not be here. Maybe the day after tomorrow or something like that. Because of my traveling is becoming too much of late. But anytime I'm free and I feel like I need to, react a little bit on the things that I've seen happening on the streets, I'll be coming through. I mean, why not? We are here to stay. Reaction is here to stay, isn't it? Yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit on the notification bell so that every time we upload a new video, you'll be among the first people to be notified. And also check on our store. We have amazing merchandise. Pick anything just to support this channel. A.M Qarol. And from my side, guys, I will say thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate your love and support. Big time, big time. What else is left? I want to appreciate my moderators, Asanteni Sana, for making sure that the video is always running. And I also want to appreciate my keyboard reactors, all of you, like old to new, new to old. All of you, I really appreciate you. I love you to the moon and back to the moon and back to the moon and back. Yes, I do. And what else is left? Nothing else is left. I'll be back before you know it because reaction must continue.